Interesting. Gandalf? Are you talking about
Well, he did
Gandalf?
too.
Gandalf hasn't been in the
No,
movement for 20 years. He's not been. No, he's talking about Red Pill Rage. Red Pill Rage knows Gandalf because he's moved in those circles over there. To my knowledge, Gandalf hasn't been in the movement for 20 years, dude. That's bullshit if he's telling you that. And that's what I mean. Another
well,
people inflate their credentials.
the thing too is talking about Antifa real quick before I hop off. Temple also did another video today about CNN calling for unmasking Antifa. Right, we went from CNN openly supporting Antifa and communism to today CNN saying that we need to unmask them because they're getting violent. Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's where I get the point that they have ran the course of their usefulness to the system. And I think that it's progress. I think it's beautiful because the more violent Antifa gets, the more people either come to our side or realize that communism is a threat and universalism is a threat.
By the way,
And
I know Gandalf. You can ask him if he knows me. I know him. I know him quite well. He used to be on my server way back in the
yeah,
day. And then
Gandalf,
he
yeah, he's still
and
on the
then he
server. We
act
talk
and
to
then
him
he
all the
act.
time.
Nah, we don't really talk too much anymore. And then he act like he didn't know a nigga. He got in this new group and he got brand new. Say
Uh,
what?
I don't. I've talked to him since then, but I don't.
Really?
I mean, I talked to him like last month because
When
he don't
did
come
you
around
talk
a
to
lot
him when he
anymore.
was a propertarian? He's a
Yeah, I talked to him
propertarian now.
recently. It's
Okay,
only once.
well, all right.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was on your server.
I don't recall
I
that. I
mean,
don't really go over to that Discord much anymore.
yeah, I only use Discord for our boomer friends who don't like to use our other means of communication.
Gandalf, the fellow whites. I don't know, man. Gandalf, like, really, he kind of, like, got himself mixed up. And, like, the other, got attacked by some people. And it was funny, I have to say. He was hanging around Yennefer over there. He was hanging around
I
Yennefer.
don't think. Oof,
Yeah, oof, right?
I don't. I was about to say I don't think that he is a fellow white, but if he's hanging around those people that are fellow whites, well,
No, do you know who
welcome.
Yennefer is? You know who Yennefer is? She's this crazy lady who believes that
No, like
she believes that white people should adopt Hindu religion. She thinks that she like believes in a certain kind of
oh, dude, speaking.
oh man.
Speaking of, I was on this website that showed a bunch of propaganda for white nationalism, and I was scrolling down, and it was a poster of right wing death squads written in Sanskrit. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is this? And like, turns out that there are a group of white nationalists that take that Aryanness to a
Oh,
whole
they
new
take it to
level.
the furthest
They try to say
extent.
that it's our ancestors founded.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like our ancestors are who
She has a
founded
different view
Hinduism.
though. She has a
Join the
different.
religion
She has a different
of
view.
your ancestors.
She doesn't believe in the Aryan invasion theory. She doesn't believe that. Instead, she thinks that Europeans came from street shitters, not the other way around.
I think I don't know. I think Aryans. I think street shitters are de-evolved versions of Aryans due because of miscegenation with
Well,
Southeast
that's not
Asians
what she
and
doesn't
Middle
believe.
Easterners.
That she doesn't believe that. She believes the opposite. She's a weird person.
Because Aryan invasion theory.
I'm just saying
Because
she's a
from what
really
I studied
weird.
from Aryan
She's a really
invasion
weird
theory,
person. She's a really weird person, and I just don't know. Gandalf the White was like
well,
Gandalfy the White was like over there hanging around those circles. So I mean, he got what he got. People made fun of him for it.
well, the thing is, getting to an Aryan invasion theory, from what I've read, it basically says that Aryans left northern India and went to Europe, North Asia, Siberia, and even into North America. And they went
Also,
on and conflict in
Krieger said something. Krieger said something interesting. He said, "Who would win, Gandalf the gay, or a server boy, a servitor boy?" Uh, I see. Memeing in the chat. Anyway, go ahead, man. By the way, I don't give a shit about politics anymore. I don't care about politics anymore. I just don't care. I don't care about the Democrats. I don't care who gets elected president. I'm more or less. I want to see.
Me neither. The only thing that I want,
Hey, what's up,
I want a
Shekler?
Democrat to beat. I don't care about the politics themselves. I just want a Democrat to win. I want niggers to get reparations. And I just want white people. I want white people to realize their government does not serve their interests, and it hates them. It actively tries to do the opposite of what is in white people's interests.
That's correct, Wolf. The genetic evidence does show that the Aryan invasion was real because higher caste Indians share these same alleles and allele groups as Europeans.
Higher caste Indians also forbid miscegenation with lower castes too.
Yeah, that's why when you see the people on the street, when you see the people on the street cleaning up shit and trash, they are like tar black. They're like tar black.
And
you see people on
the higher caste, the higher the caste, the lighter their skin.
Yeah, and the better their job is.
Yeah, for the most part, the higher the caste, the lighter the skin. And I believe the caste system, because it is ancient, it is old as fuck. I believe it.
Every culture, by the way, has a caste system. Every culture, a lot of Japanese have a caste system. They have the Brukamid, the Bakunin. I can't pronounce that name, but they have this certain kind of low caste people that clean the garbage. They're related supposedly to the Anu people, the original people of Japan. But some people say there's not much of a racial distinction. I don't know. There are some like people that look like the Anu on Tokyo streets that are doing menial jobs. Go ahead.
Well, the Anu look like what you would call a Native American in the U.S., and they have a similar culture to Native
Actually,
Americans.
They look more like white people. They look kind of like white people.
I don't know about that. From
they're
my
bearded.
Study of Inu,
they're like really bearded. They're like really bearded, small, kind of like Caucasoid looking people.
I don't know, man. From what I've seen, based on their culture and based on what the average one, yeah, they are bearded, but they look like Native Americans with beards.
I see.
So, I mean, because I used to be a weeb and I used to love Japan and shit, and I heard about the Inu and I wanted to study them just to see what their culture was like, and they do the whole carpet thing like the Navajo, where they have really intricate carpets and like pottery and shit, and it all is very similar to Native Americans, and they look very Native American-esque.
I don't want to get lost in the weeds too much. I just want to keep this a topic. We should definitely have a code of silence. We should have, if you screw up too much in real life activism and you become almost a liability, you should know where to distance yourself and maybe go into another part of activism. You know, maybe activism isn't for you. You know, definitely get yourself a lawyer. Definitely defend yourself. We will support you. But if you are in some kind of investigation,